Hello class, today we're going to be talking about the surface area of rectangular prisms. Surface area, as we talked about last time, is the sum of all the areas of the surfaces of a 3D figure, and we use square units to measure surface area. And when I say square units, I mean something like meters squared, maybe you got feet squared, yards squared. The little exponent tells you that it's square units. So as we talked about with the cylinders, we're really just kind of like unfolding or unraveling the shape to get all the different sides, and then you find the area of those sides, you add them together, and that's how you get surface area. You'll notice if I have a rectangular prism, it's a box, it's a tissue box, it's a Christmas present, it's a box of Cheez-Its. It's got a top, a bottom, a left side, a right side, and a front and a back. So if I'm looking, all of these shapes end up just being rectangles. We know how to find the area of a rectangle. It's just length times width. So if I wanted to find the surface area, I'm just going to add up all the different rectangles, or the areas of the rectangles that I see. There are a couple different ways to do that, but the formula that we see here tells me to do 2 times length times width plus 2 times length times height plus 2 times width times height. Just like we saw before, let's write down what our length, width, and height are going to be. And I'll tell you guys right now, it doesn't matter. Pick one for length, pick one for width, pick one for height, and you should be good. So the length, we've got 15, the width is 10, height is 11, and then I'm going to use that formula, my 2LW plus 2LH plus 2WH. So I got that right from up here. And then just like we saw before, I'm going to substitute my numbers in. I'm going to use my calculator, and I'm going to get an answer. So 2 times the length times the width plus 2 times the length times the height plus 2 times the width times the height. And you guys might be wondering where these 2's are coming from. Well, if I'm looking, and we'll just look at this left side here, the left side and the right side are exactly the same, which means all I'm doing is finding the area of one of them and just multiplying it by 2. Now that I have my entire formula written out with the numbers, I'm going to go ahead and start substituting them in. So I'm going to use my calculator a lot for this. 2 times 15 times 11 plus 2 times 10 times 11. And I end up with a final answer of 850. And I guess it's 850 meters squared. We're going to use this trick for every single one of these guys. First, figure out what your length, width, and height are. Plug them into your formula. Use your calculator. So for this next one, it looks like it's kind of unfolded for us already, but that doesn't really matter because I just want to pick one number to be my length, one number to be my width, and one number to be my height. So it looks like I've got a 2, a 3, and an 8. Cool. Let's just say length is 2, width is 3, height is 8. And now I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to actually type in my formula first and then use Desmos's ability to kind of substitute for you to get that final answer. So I'm going to go 2 times length times width plus 2 times length times height plus 2 times width times the height. It's not going to give me an answer yet because I didn't plug any numbers in. So the length we said was 2. Hit that blue button. Width is equal to 3. Hit that blue button. And then lastly, height is equal to 8. And it does all the calculating for us, and we get the answer of 92. 92. 92 centimeters squared. So no matter how you do it, whether you're using the substitution method on your paper or whether you're using Desmos, you should get the same answer no matter what. We'll do a couple more. These are word problems, and then I'll let you guys practice these you-dos on your own. It's asking, how many square feet of cardboard does Jessica need to make a rectangular prism with a length, a width, and a height? So if we're talking about making something, making is a surface area word, so I'm really just trying to find out what the surface area is. I like the Desmos calculator method of doing this, so I'm going to go ahead and just write down what my length, my width, and height are. And the problem tells you, right, the length is 16, the width is 9, The height is 4. And then I'm going to go ahead and quickly type in my formula because I deleted it on accident. Plus 2LH plus 2WH. Great, I have my formula. Let's type in what L is equal to. L was 16. Let's type in what W was equal to. W was equal to 9. And height was 4. And you'll see that it calculates everything for us, and we get a final answer of 488. Isn't this exactly what we've been doing this whole time? With surface area, volume, rectangular prism, cylinders, the steps end up being exactly the same. The numbers might be different, the formula might be different, but the steps are the same. And we'll do one more. We'll see what Tim is doing. Tim is making a toy chest. He needs to paint it. Again, painting, we'll get more into this next week, but painting is a surface area word. We're trying to cover the outside in paint. So again, I'm trying to find my surface area. I know what my length, my width, and my height are going to be. Length is 4. Width is 2. Height is 3. So we already have our formula, so we just got to change the numbers up. The length was 4. The width was 2. And the height was 3, and we get our final answer of 52 feet squared. Pause the video, look back at what I was talking about, use your calculator. I want you guys to do these 2 questions, and I'll give you guys the answers when we come back in class. Thanks.